Help me! I am in a constant state of pain and anger!
Sonic the Hedgehog. Saying those words in that order gets a lot of reactions. Disgust, happiness, disappointment, arousal, and many more. It's definitely a topic you can take and have many opinions on. And one of those topics regarding Sonic is who he should be as a character. Now I know what you're thinking. Yes, I am mentally handicapped, and yes, I want to make a discussion about Sonic as a character. Not a traditional character analysis, but more so a bit of a study on a character that no one can agree on what he should be like. Or anything for that matter.
It's almost like, a company shouldn't really listen to their fans that much, because if they do listen to them, they're gonna fucking get various opinions that don't fucking agree with each other, and that's the main fucking problem with the franchise. It's not the fact that fucking Sega or fucking Sonic team don't know how to make games anymore. It's not even the fact that the writing is so goddamn awful that you can't even fucking enjoy the game somewhat. No, it's the fact that nobody in the fandom can agree on what they want. You can say, oh, I like this or I like that, but you can't just fucking say, this is precisely what I want. You just say, I want Sonic to be good again. Okay, then what does that entail? Do you mean that you want to go back to fucking, I don't know, the adventure style gameplay? Do you want to just have a 2D game that has elements of the advanced games? What do you want? What do you mean? You don't fucking say. So Sega and Sonic team in large, they just don't know. But hey, what the fuck do I know? I'm just some stupid asshole with a microphone, right? It's almost like the Sonic fandom as a whole is just a fucking circle jerk of fucking hatred and shitty opinions. I swear, literally, if you go to any other fucking platformer franchise with that shitty mindset, you're gonna fucking get your ass beat. Seriously, you don't see Jak fans doing this shit, or Ratchet fans, or Mario fans. Maybe Sly Cooper fans, but not Crash fans, or Spyro fans. This has been Drunk Zeron for the day, because my show is on hold until I decide to actually record myself talking, you fuck!
So let's dig in. Sonic was always meant to represent rebellion and Western culture. That's why in the marketing he was always portrayed as a snarky little shit who made fun of who was, at the time, the top dog. And his attitude was reflected in the game as well, seeing his expression on the title screen and how he basically told you to fuck off if you stayed still too long. But alongside that, he was also an environmentalist, which is why his main antagonist was basically an industrialist, chopping up the trees and building amusement parks and casinos. So Sonic is basically an anti-establishment character who decided to put his foot down when someone bigger than him is getting too big for their britches. In other words, he was a hippie with a punk's attitude. Now there is a lot, and I do mean a lot of differences between the Sonic we got and the Japanese version of him. But if I decided to list the differences between the original and what we got, I'd be here for a bit longer than I'd like. Also, people need to stop caring too much about original versions of characters so much. I don't think anyone who saw Disney's Hercules said, "This is neat and all, but where is the goose rape?" Skipping a couple of games, we are now introduced to a grown Sonic, a more laid-back but still spunky teenager. In this game, Sonic isn't so much trying to save the environment as much as he's trying to save the world in general. And sure, Eggman taking over the world would be pretty bad, but that would mean more amusement parks and factories. People would still be alive. But if this thing wins, the world is basically over. So he now has a bigger threat than just some rich asshole doing what he wants. So those are the two versions of Sonic I wanted to discuss on a deeper level. And from what we can see, Sonic as a character did grow and become more mature. Now, where do we go from here? Well, let's see. In the following games, we actually get to see Sonic not only act more heroic and selfless, as he's basically a superhero at this point, but we also see him act way too chipper for his own good, and also be rather unfunny. Yeah, as you can tell, somewhere along these games, Sonic went from a really cool and developed character to basically a sociopath. Flanderization is the word of the day. And yeah, I know, I still haven't answered the question. Who should Sonic be? Well, thanks to the cartoons, the comics, the movie, and the games, there is no clear answer. Since we have a rebellious little shit, an asshole with anger issues, a snarky asshole, a happy 24/7 maniac, a child, a baby, and whatever this is. I blame comic books for this, since they are the ones that made the idea of different versions of the same character a thing. I actually talked about them in this video, if you want to check it out. But for now, let's talk about the overly sexualized blue hedgehog. So who should Sonic be according to me, since I am an individual and not a higher being that will give you all the answers to life? Well, Sonic to me should be a guy who is a bit of a laid-back, snarky jerk, but also kind, and also inspires those around him. Let me give you some examples of this. Most people turn to Tails becoming more brave as a result from being with Sonic. But Sonic has done more than just that. For example, Shadow seemed to have gotten more laid back as a result from being near Sonic. Blaze was a reclusive hardass who began to open up thanks to people like Cream and Sonic. Knuckles was going to stay the entirety of his life on Angel Island, but Sonic showed him that adventures are fun, and so he now tags along with him on adventures. Hell, I would have taken it a step further and have Sonic being the one who inspired Silver to stand up to fight in the future, but that's just my headcanon talking. Sonic has the potential to be one of gaming's most developed characters, but unfortunately he's mishandled by writers who don't know who Sonic should be. And hey, my answer isn't the only one that matters. That's just what Sonic is to me as a fan and writer. I don't pretend to know all the answers because, well, that's boring. But just for funsies, I want to talk about the different versions of Sonic and give my opinion on them. So, should Sonic be like in the newer games? No, because that's just a flanderized version of the character with no good writing. Should he be like in the Archie comics? No, because that's the different visions of a bunch of different writers that didn't agree on anything, and some of them are clearly not well on the head. What about the IDW comics? There really isn't anything bad about it, but I'd appreciate it if fans didn't think this was the holy grail of Sonic adaptations. The Fleetway comics? Fuck no. The manga? Honestly, while Nikki is adorable, I think his role is already filled by Tails. He's still a good boy though. How about the cartoons? All of them are different. Sad AM was clearly 90s Sonic. We aren't in the 90s anymore. Same with Underground, and that had a ton of shitty writing and awful ideas. Sonic X actually had the most balanced Sonic since he managed to be both a snarky dick weasel and a cool guy all at once. Sonic Boom was meant to be a more self-referential, funny Sonic, and he does that well enough, but he's more of a parody than an actual Sonic. So, the movie then? This is the freshest take on the character, so I don't have much to say, and he isn't much of a problem. He's a good boy, but I'd have to watch the sequel to have a more detailed analysis. But in the end, Sonic to me went from a character that was a little rascal who had no time for nonsense and was always up in your face about everything, but was still a good kid at heart, to a more mature, compassionate, and laid-back guy. That's who Sonic should be. To me at least. What do you think? Do you think Sonic should be a different way? Or do you think this entire video was boring and pointless? Let me know down in the comments. I always read them. Thank you for watching, and as always, this has been Serum Blaster, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.